Hey there, Vincent.
That's nice of her. They look good on you.
Oh. I'm all wet. Like it?
Sounds to me like she finally wants you to tie the knot.
Come on, pick one.
They're calling it life-changing.
She's totally into me, man.
No. Oh, yes!
I will never forgive you! Vincent, I love you. I love you. I love you so much, Vincent.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the comments. I'm definitely excited because I'll be going over the Venus and Taurus, so definitely be seeing a lot of traditional themes going on. I really feel that this is actually the perfect timing for I'm going to actually start a new career on here because, you know, there's really so many outcomes that can come out on this game, and I really feel like I want to shift the choices and the focus predicated off of going from the Venus transit in Aries to Taurus. So there's kind of like these vibes and this sensation and motivations that, you know, people are realizing like, oh shit, like I can slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to do normal shit. Like there's all these things that were going on over the last month, you know, with Venus being in Aries and all these flirty feelings and things like that. So it's possible we might have been doing things that we thought were great at the time, but now that like the Taurus season is rolling in, like, and things are slowing down, we want to be more stable and practical. So definitely excited to get this rolled out. So I'm letting this load up, just getting a few things set. But this should be really interesting because I'm kind of leaning towards, I think Vincent, the protagonist in here lends himself very well to just the different dynamics and like just really exploring the Venus transits and the influences that are taking place, especially since we're going to be moving through this Juno Retrograde. So, I mean, that's really good. I feel that that's definitely a very good parallel, since Vincent, you know, is definitely our character's dealing with a relationship that's definitely ongoing and has been pretty cemented. And if anything, looking for some type of fuel. So with all of these, like, this white noise and relationship, stuff going on, it can really parallel to like with the things that have been going on with the planetary alignments that we have going on, because we have some pretty big hitters, going on. Let's see. I know Mars went from Gemini to Cancer. Juno Retrograde is mirroring in opposition with Sagittarius, and we're in the Taurus season, which is in its ruling sign. We're in the Taurus season, and Venus is in Taurus, so it's in its ruling sign. It's in its home sign of values and money. When we think of Taurus, we think of the associations of value or money or value and heart. So those are like really, really important things there. Hold on, guys.
Recommended for those looking for traditional gameplay.
Okay, yeah, this is better. Whoa, no, let's not do that. I'll check that out another time. I guess it's important to actually beat the game once the first time before exploring all the new stuff. To be fair, if I'm being completely candid and honest, I actually own this game back when I think it came out originally on the PlayStation 3 when it first came out. Back before it was just Catherine, now it's like full body. So for whatever reason I didn't get the chance to complete it, not because of stagnation or being it dropping off. It was actually very entertaining. I just, other shit comes up. But I'm actually glad that they re-released it on here, not surprising. So we'll definitely be doing some solid playthroughs with Vincent and see if we can make him the greatest gentleman and scumbag across the playthroughs, which will obviously be a mirror of real life scumbaggery and gentlemanness.
Full body wine is the best. Oh dear.
I'm twirling.
Filled with glamour, a lovely story awaits you. Good evening. Welcome to the Golden Playhouse special feature. Do I see some new faces? Once again, your guide for the night is in me, the Midnight Venus, Trisha. Have you heard about this scary rumor? They say if you fall in a dream and don't wake up before you land, you die in real life. Tonight's story is Catherine Full Body, the second coming of an unconventional romantic horror. A man with a certain curse has a terrifying and dramatic week. Does that sound familiar? Well, like I said, this is Catherine, but with a fuller body. It's aged nicely, with a sensual flavor, not unlike a fine wine. Our hero in this story is Vincent Brooks, age 32. He is an earnest and kind man. But one day we begin to see him have terrifying nightmares. Amidst the storm of temptations around him, he has another chance encounter. And an awfully cute one at that. But doesn't this seem a little convenient? Oh my, sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Looking at all these added elements within seemingly vanilla relationships really kind of makes you wonder about the past month as far as the Venus retrograde, the Venus transit through Aries. I will say, if I'm not setting my own personal biases aside, Aries is not necessarily one of my most favorite seasons, just because of the assertiveness and the kind of take action before consideration energy that's kind of heavy in the air. While I do enjoy the blooming spring maiden season of the spontaneousness, sometimes in excess it can be a lot. And you have seen those traits exhibited over the past month, and as we move through Venus and Aries, with themes being a lot of apologizing, a lot of sorries had to be giving out, a lot of accidents, a lot of feelings and kind of jumping the gun. Some of it could really be good, especially if we've been in our shell and needed something to kind of break us out of the norm and tradition, especially since we were coming out of the winter phase, the spiritual winter phase, and stepping into Star, stepping into the Aries season. It definitely was a much needed night on the town, so to speak, within our heart sectors of our energy field. So there was definitely a lot of for lack of a better word, spice, and it was really necessary because as a collective, a lot of us have been like down, just kind of really not having clear answers or discernment about the things that are being presented to us. So we really needed kind of this Aries season to come around and like kind of kick off the bonfire, just kick off the shoes and just go wild, just do that thing without thinking. So as we got into that, we were getting into all those energies, and I will say some of us were running a little wild. This may have been a challenging time for some of my Pisces and my Aries, and I will also give like an honorable mention to like the water sign of Scorpio, because it was more of a contemplative time and really just making sure that what you were doing was of your own best interest and not overthinking and being in your head space, because there was a lot of triggers, a lot of emotional triggers. People may have been pissing you off, or just feeling like a lot of people are, for lack of a better word, stupid. So that's definitely a very big trigger for Scorpio. So just moving through the Aries season, and then as we got to the Taurus season, before I really jump forward, the Juno Retrograde, which is very fitting since we're in Venus, and since we're in the Taurus season, Taurus being back in its home sign with Venus. And then we had the Juno Retrograde that I believe started on like April 12th, April 14th, and usually like the Juno is a planetary, but it's an asteroid planet, so it still has some significance. There are asteroids that we monitor outside of just the main body, 7 planets, horoscope planets. But Juno is, I guess you could like associate it with kind of similar to Venus, but like a big difference between Venus is dealing with the values or money in the heart. Juno is dealing with the relationships and the contracts that we find ourselves in, but it's also dealing with like the existing commitments or the existing contracts that we find ourselves dealing with. So we might find ourselves juggling or reevaluating what it is that we're in. And this does work both ways. Like this works for both committed relationships and people who are single, because even if you're single, it's not necessarily you looking at the contract that you're in, because you're not in one, but you may be looking at how you interpret contracts or how you deal with why you're single and your interpretations of what that means.
The ground is collapsing beneath you. Hurry, climb to the top.
If anything, I will definitely say that if people haven't like paid attention to their dreams, it's like playing this game is like, it still shocks me, like when people like, whether it's like an anime or just any movie of any kind, where it's like you'll see the person that have like this crazy ass dream and you get all these omens in the dream, and then it's like they just wake up and it's like, oh, it's just a dream. It's like you don't remember, you don't feel none of that shit, that.
These blocks aren't normal. They'll lock into place and support your weight, even if they're only touching by their edges.
What's that supposed to mean? They connect at the edges.
Even if a block has nothing directly under it, as long as it's touching the edge of another block, it won't fall. Connecting blocks at their edges to make stairs is the key to successfully scaling the tower. Strive for the goal by creating a path.
All right, I got it.
Okay. Oh shit.
Undo.
If you can't find it, you may wish to untie it.
Got it. What is this? What is this ringing?
If we both make...
Hey, wait a sec.
When you hear the bell ring, you'll know that you've almost reached the goal. Refer to the map located on the left side of the screen to see.
I got it.
I can get out through here.
I swear you only have nightmares because you're not listening to spirit.
Now, a new game is about to begin. I'll be sure to prepare something extra special for you behind the next door. Let's meet again tomorrow night. I look forward to it.
Hello? Yeah. I'll be in today's code review meeting.
Really?
No, I'm just a little under the weather. No, it's okay. I'll be right there. Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, where'd you go? Snap out of it! Were you even listening?
Sure.
You know, you've been a little out of it lately. Is everything alright? You've been spacing out left and right.
Oh, sorry. I had to work early this morning.
I really do. I wonder what Catherine's sign is. I really feel like it's Capricorn, because she has like all these earthy properties and shit. Maybe it's the glasses that make her seem intelligent and assertive, but...
Do you usually get overtime pay?
Well, no, but...
So you don't get anything. Here, two sugars.
Hey, Catherine. Have you ever had a dream where you died?
You mean like where you're in danger?
No, where you actually die. You're being killed or something.
No. I usually do the killing in my dreams.
She's so confident with that. It's like it wasn't even a joke.
What's that supposed to mean? Hey, how many years have we been together?
Huh? It's been so long, I can't remember. How many years?
I'm asking you. It's just my mother's been calling me up and asking how we're doing.
Oh.
She's worried about me. She knows I've got a career that keeps me busy, but...
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to keep things like they are now, but...
I don't know. Sometimes easy's best, right? I mean, who knows what'll happen in the future?
I suppose.
I'm gonna suck the life out of that motherfucker.
And in other news, we have more on the recent string of unexplained deaths that seem to be exclusively involving young men.
Cause of death
is unknown. And while police are investigating accidental causes, foul play has apparently not.
No, your beard over there. Catherine keeps telling me how her mother's constantly calling her. She says she's not worried about it. Right, Vinny? What do you think?
So? Who you betting on? Come on, pick one.
Oh, he's gonna have your trash friends.
Wrestling? What I know.
Yeah, I will admit, even though it's only like a difference of maybe a few years, playing this the first time and playing this now, I thought his friends were okay in the past, but now I kind of like look at them with a little bit more, not scrutiny, but just, I don't know, like standards. Like I would have been cut most of them motherfuckers off. You know, they're just kind of like negative. I mean, like other than like the one with the hat on, he's just young. But I mean, for collectively his friends overall are kind of enablers, and that does play a big part. And I think even in our own lives, the toxicity and the generational patterns that we kind of just carry on.
She's always been the ambitious type, right? It doesn't mean she'll always be like that. That's not what I mean. Besides, you're single too. Hey, I'm still looking for my soulmate. Not like you. I've already told my girl that I'm not interested in marrying her.
What kind of shit? He said that shit was so confident.
What?
That sounds just like Chief.
How'd the interview go?
The boss seems like a really nice person. He said that I'd work here starting tomorrow.
Everything's cool with you now?
Way better.
Hey, did old boss make any weird moves?
Hey, Rin, come here. I'll see you later.
Anyway, did you hear about Paul? He's dead.
Paul. Wait.
That Paul? He's dead? Yeah. I heard he just got divorced, but he looked healthy. It's a complete shock.
What happened to him? An accident?
I don't know. Apparently his mother just found him dead in his room this morning.
If it really was a curse running around killing cheaters, how many of us would really be in trouble?
Yeah. The mystery death in the news? That was him.
Holy shit, no way!
Maybe we'll all wind up dead tomorrow too.
Man, I hate the news. They're always trying to push their agenda for ratings.
Toby, you are really easy to mess with. Well, speaking of crazy stuff this morning. I pissed the bed for the first time since grade school. That's messed up, man. I had a really scary dream. I don't remember what it was about. Oh, man. How old are you? 32. I know that. You know, I can't do this. Shut up. I was really fucking scared, right? Oh, where's going? Stick around. I don't want to go home just yet. So, why don't you have a family picture here? You're so big. Besides, she'd be mad at me if I told her. Jeez. What does she see in this poor fool? Sorry, I gotta be in early tomorrow. Don't drink too much, okay?
Alright, take care, Vince. See you later.
See ya. So, she managed to get a job, huh?
Of course. I can't just abandon someone with amnesia. Especially when they seem like such a good kid. And like Johnny said,
Trying to get a job in Detroit. I've seen people abandon people for less.
I just can't help caring about. Not to mention the whole stalker thing. Who would do that? And why?
Seems like you and she doesn't know.
Now how could that be? You should find out.
Everything okay now?
Yeah, I think so. I wanted to say thanks. Not just for saving me, but for finding me a job and place to stay. I was so scared. I couldn't remember anything. I'm so glad I met someone as nice as you, Vincent.
Not really. Anyone would have done the same.
Still, you saved me, Vincent. I start working here tomorrow, so I'll do my best to show you my appreciation.
Receive texts on bar. You can respond to someone.
I wish they would actually make more dating sim games like they did back in the day, but to be honest, we did get a lot of dating sim and dating RPG games back in the day before Xbox, Microsoft dominated the industry, and Japan was the one kind of releasing all the games. They used to release a lot more dating RPGs, and they were actually kind of dope. Like Thousand Arms, like that's kind of throwback though. But I really think that they should go back to that, because like a lot of the dating sim games that they have now are kind of like, they're so over the top heavy anime themed, I mean minus this, that they kind of just fall into that niche that they don't really have no substance, you know. But they really should go back to doing that, because it creates a lot of interaction, you know what I'm saying. Let's see, like I said before, it feels like you're having some issues. Oh, she wants her to meet the parents. Oh yeah. Oh no, wait, let me see. Oh yeah, gotta move at your own pace. Let's see. What else is there? Let's see. So since we're moving, like I said, since we're moving from the themes from the Venus and Aries, just got me thinking, because the Aries obviously being the themes of the first house, self-assertion and standing out. So when that overlays Venus, which is our values in our heart, then we're going to see those things projected. We're going to assert ourselves. So we're going to have that courage juice. We're going to take those chances, you know, and put ourselves out there. Even if it means we might, you know, lose our footing or look silly doing it. We might stumble. Because that kind of happens when you do before you think. But it's not the worst thing, because sometimes we need courage. Sometimes we need that do before think action, because we can overthink or put ourselves in a situation where we get in our own way. So as we're moving through the Aries season, like decisions like this, especially like when, because like to me, Catherine, like just from the surface and just feeling Vincent, Catherine feels like, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and just throw her in the Capricorn boat. But even outside of that, I mean, like, you know, you hear her talk, you hear how she kind of like, you know, aids Vincent. She's always trying to kind of like make sure that he's in alignment, and, you know, she's doing her own thing, but it really just feels like she can kind of like step in and, you know, it's kind of waiting for him to decide that he's going to like, for, you know, wear the pants, you know, because sometimes, you know, women will kind of take like a back burner and kind of just be waiting for the man to do the things they want out of love and yada yada yada. And it's just really funny because a lot of times when she's in the picture, she really be on that tip, and it's like, but she has her insecurities as well. And I think she used to be like a cheerleader, so that's actually kind of fitting, because usually like people, like, it's funny, like Capricorns are cheerleaders because they're usually like cheerleaders in their youth, and they usually don't look like they would do some shit like that. But yeah, it really feels like she wants to settle down, because obviously I've been doing this for a minute now. So, like, this decision, obviously, it's like, we're moving from, what is it, like I was saying, Venus and Aries to Venus and Taurus. So, you know, we're moving at that tempo, especially if we've done things that we're like, oh shit, this actually was gonna work out. Like, you know, like when you didn't have that talk that you were supposed to have, or something that was on your mind that you needed to reconcile with your partner or your significant other, and instead of reconciling it, you're indirect. And it can be as extreme as indirect as maybe talking to somebody else that isn't as emotionally obligated, and it's just easy to talk to, and it's just casual, whether it's casual sex or just a casual conversation. And sometimes we can get caught up on that when we're not getting headway, and we're not getting any friction, we're not getting what we want from the person we would like to get it from. So we, instead of going with our authentic desires, which is to receive what it is that we're not getting from our primary, we will go to secondaries because we feel that we can't get that fulfillment. That's really all cheating and infidelity is that I didn't go to the source, and I didn't know how to communicate it. So instead of thinking it through, I just kind of went with the first thing that would itch to fix, or fix the itch, so to speak. So now that we're moving from Aries to Taurus and Venus, Taurus is starting to slow down. It's kind of like, the funny thing about Taurus is, even though it is more practical, even though it is more traditional, one of the things when it comes to emotional matters, there might be a little ambiguity, or not ambiguity, but ambivalence, when it comes to actually dealing with the situation at hand. So that can be a created feeling, even when it's clear that something needs to be addressed. Let's see. I think we're okay as we are. I mean, clearly there's already an issue, so it's kind of like you want to say more, so I kind of like want to set you up for, let's see. Hold on. Oh wait, no, wait, there was one before it. Yeah, does it bother you? Because this is more showing more concern. Let's see. No, that definitely not do that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't definitely think we should worry about that, but let's see how I get on that. You gotta tell her to drive home safe. Ashe.
Vincent's words and actions will affect the story. Remember it.
Hey, how many years have we been together?
Marriage, huh? Figured this would happen eventually, but just changed jobs. I don't want to give her trouble.
I like her.
You got a mail.
She doesn't look like she did that shit. Nah, she low-key do look like she under duress. The only thing I hate about being sarcastic in games is like a lot of times you know, they just take it as a hard negative. But you know, you gotta have some fun. Let's see. Hold on. Oh wait, it might be we're talking all. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm getting overexcited. I can't help it. Yeah, that one don't really make sense. Yeah, I've been together all the time. Like, none of these, though. Why would I say that? Like, we've been together all the time. Like, take care of yourself. Like, let's see. And then it don't be on first name basis, but it's all good. Like, who the fuck is on first name basis? Like, Catherine. Like that's Bae. Like, you best supposed to call her Bae. But anyways. Wait, what? Oh. They ask such on the middle of the fucking line questions.
Still like going on today. It's Kevin.
Oh shit, pick that up. What?
Yeah, what's up?
I wanted to apologize for cutting our meeting short this morning.
Yeah, don't make a big deal. I think we, in a lot of instances, we have to learn to keep the level head, no matter how our significance coming at us, especially as the men. It's like, it's so easy for us to get triggered, you know, especially like when she might be excited or exasperated or some shit like that, and it's just like a passing emotion. And then it's like, in that moment, we can like really just make it worse by like, you know, arguing back or talking back. And it's like, sometimes it's like, you know, because we feel like we have to be in our pride and shit like that, and like, you can't talk to me like that and no shit like that. But like, a lot of times, like, this shit really don't be mattering. And then when it comes down to it, like, when they come back and realize, you know, maybe like they blown up or was just really just in the moment emotionally, or in their feelings and they Birkin, that they know and see that, like, hey, you know, like how they're treated, like how a person is handled when they're not in their best state. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause, you know, they can be used to somebody like popping off back or clapping back or calling them out their name back. And it's like, it goes a long way when, you know, you take certain matters that even if they're upset about, even if they're just feeling really flustered about, and you have a level head, you have a calm demeanor about it. Like, because if somebody's calm in the room, then maybe there's something that we can do with this. Maybe there is more to this, you know? What? Oh shit. Well, that's that. Yeah, it don't fucking matter.
Excuse me. Mind if I sit here?
People lose their life over the pussy. I think that's what this game should be called. How to lose your life over pussy.
So, you've met some new faces. That more rotten souls.
Billy.
You'll find there are many lost sheep in the prison of despair.
Last night's dream? Again? What the hell? Was at the bar, this girl came in, and then... Can't remember. What's going on? You guys from last night? Boys. That guy from yet? Listen, watch out for the cracked blocks.
Remember that.
I got it. I got it. You know you can hang one block. If you can't, don't drop by a quote. Alright, I got it. Alright, I got it. You can't see ahead. This tech. Alright, I got it. Alright, I got it. Finding and picking up a mystical pillow. Gather as many as you can. A little more.
Oh shit. Push that shit.
It means best to try and undo this.
Oh shit, I didn't go that far back. Oh shit, fuck. Oh wait. Yeah. Damn it. Okay. Push. What the fuck? Alright. Don't really see.
Good job.
I'm being basic there for a second. Alright. Oh, I can't get up to that one? Okay. Fucking trouble, bad as shit.
like you survived. Who are you?
A sheep?
Do I look like a sheep?
You're
the sheep. Everybody here's a sheep but me.
Recognize that voice.
Who are you?
Where the hell is this place?
Wish I knew. One thing's for certain. If we don't run, we're going to be killed.
Killed?
If you see this place once, it's all over. You'll keep coming back every night.
Every night? You're kidding me.
We all have the same fate here. If you don't want to die, you've got to climb.
So if I climb, I'll be saved?
There's no guarantee. But take a look at that. See that bell? It's like a church or something. If we can reach the top, there may be a way to escape.
So there is a way.
Like I said, there's no guarantee. But we've got to believe. Keeps us safe.
Good with that rapping line.
Quit with all the dying stuff. I'll do whatever you say. Just help me.
Look, from here on out, I'm afraid you're on your own. I'm going now.
No, wait.
You hurry too.
Hey! Can't be serious.
You can say it with hope and conquer my glasses.
I think that's pretty good. Oh shit, okay. Care about that.
Hey, long time no see. Or rather, nice to see you here. And welcome to the confessional.
Who are you?
This is the world of nightmares. I guess you could call me its supervisor. I sense a force of change rising up. What exactly happened in the other world? I guess it doesn't matter. You lambs are all destined to die here anyway.
What? You're ridiculous.
But before I kill you, I want to determine the value of your life. So you'll have to answer some questions.
Question 1. What expectations you have for your significant other? Pull the rope, the answer that best matches your true feelings.
Another good one. I mean, that's just complete vanity, ain't it? So, you know, as we're, like I said, as we're going from the Venus Aries to Venus Taurus, we'll be feeling this shift from getting more out of our initial emotional triggers. Aries is more about emotional triggers and standing in your own personal power. Aries is a sign that is very, very good at manifesting. It has a lot of manifesting force. It's a fire sign. So coming into the Venus, when we create that tangibility and that value, Venus, like when we think on value and money, that can sound really good because there's no, you think like value, you think money and the heart, and Venus is like there shouldn't be any issues there. But this is all predicated off of perception and alignment. So because Venus rules over value and the heart, it's depending on what your value is. So if you have a corrupted value or a skewed sense of value, then that's also going to go into your discernment and your actions and your intent, your premeditated intent and your manifesting intent. So when we're dealing with values and moving into the Taurus season, Taurus can look sweet and innocent and have that kind of that what do you call it, that daydreamy look that they have when they're doing the thing that gives them the most comfort. But that's literally predicated off of what's giving them comfort, and that might not be your own comfort, because we're dealing with this aspect with the Juno retrograde. Normally I would say that Venus and Taurus would be pretty on the level, pretty vanilla when it comes to love. The display of love is kind of like the traditional. You might see a lot of proposals going on during this season, people confessing their undying love and things of that nature, which is all great. But on the other end, because Juno, because of the Juno retrograde and just the triggers, there's also going to be more signs of jealousy and triggers. Triggers is a big thing going on, and triggers can be really good for us, actually, because initially, like if we just take triggers on the level, then we just react, we lash out, and we express our frustrations rather than actually communicating. But when we allow ourselves to delve into the deeper meaning of our triggers, what our inner body and our inner intuitive sense is saying, and we start asking the questions, why does this bother me? What is about this? What is this thing that is doing this to me saying to me about how I feel about these things and how I feel about these situations? Am I in a state of should? Am I in a state of expectation? Or am I even in a state of entitlement, or all of the above? With those being things that can really seed into our desires and our values, that can really get bad, especially like when Taurus plays on its more shadowed side or its moon traits, dealing with the not necessarily being direct or speaking up about the emotional matters that you're downplaying, but yet when you have the opportunity to actually fix or resolve a situation, you may take a passive aggressive approach, or you might try to do things, especially if you really, really want something, because with Venus being a Taurus and our heart values coming to the forefront and having some opposition or conjunction, I believe, with Uranus, and the Juno retrograde not necessarily being as kind as well, if we're not taking that time for discernment pauses or mindfulness pauses, then it's going to actually create a desire or that need to feel like you have to do something subliminal or some type of entrapment or something to hold or lock in place that which it is that you want, so it doesn't get away. Like when you mix Sagittarius and Taurus energies together, when the two are in opposition, one end, on the Taurus end, we're not necessarily being direct about what it is that's actually bothering you, and on the Sagittarius end, we may, instead of actually owning up to the situations, may actually just leave the situations entirely if we feel like it's holding us down. So this is definitely a time for us to get real about what it is that if we're in something that we feel is an obligation or emotional obligation or a spiritual obligation, then it damn sure needs to be worth the contract. It needs to be worth the commitment. If you're in a relationship that you feel like you're only in this one role, this one light, you thought you were going to be promoted. You know, you're sitting here, you're only wearing the fucking girlfriend hat, you know, and you might have wanted to be more than that. You might have wanted to show that you can do more and you're capable more. You can damn near run the fucking household yourself. But you might be playing second fiddle, and you might be expressing these concerns or not actually bringing these concerns to the forefront because you don't want to stir up the pot. You don't want to shake up the stability. Taurus is all about keeping the unknown where it is, because it's the sign of life. So when it comes to suffering, you might push towards actually just keeping things moving along the momentum that gives you that ego bubble, you know.
There's still more?
Commencing area 2. Are you ready?
I got it. I got it. Are you getting? Sorry. Don't worry. I got it. I got it.
Come away. It's a dirty game.
Little more.
Shit.
Use this. Is this? I got it.
Fuck out my way. Fuck out my way.
This is a dog. I don't know.
Alright, put it here.
Use this. Is this? I got it. How's this? Is this?
The biggest side.
If you're stuck, let's try and undo. Use this. I got it.
Alright.
You survived. Impressive.
Okay.
It's you. Looks like you're still alive.
Is that you?
You're 6'2". Still. How many people died trying to come here?
I don't know.
Listen. Here, you see everybody else as sheep, but all these sheep, they're really human. There's got to be some reason why we were all brought here.
What reason could there be? Why do we have to suffer like this?
Who knows? But I do have an idea.
An idea?
Let's stop the speculation. It's just going to confuse us more. You should think of what to do next. I'm hearing rumors of something big coming soon. You be careful now.
Something big.
Still, you're really getting the hang of things. There's nothing more I can teach you.
Can't be true. Come on. You gotta have something you can tell me.
If we're lucky, we'll meet again.
Hey, wait!
At the landlands, you can really learn tips on how to fly. Moving blocks around, tip technique.